Hello everyone, my name is Hannah Graw. Today, all around the world we have issues with racism. Despite it having been a little over 65 years since the Civil Rights Act that banned segregation, we see a lot of racism today in the United States. However, for the most part, we as a country have slowly gotten better at improving our acceptance of each other. I do a lot of work both professionally and personally in the horse industry, and one thing I have noticed is how much further behind horseback riding is than any other sport. Not only is it incredibly unlikely that you will ever see a person of color at a horseback riding competition, but there are also many individuals who harshly judge people of color when they do begin to ride horses. They are discriminated against because people believe that they will not have enough money to continue the sport, not have the skill to get better, and because they have never seen a person of color competing, they may believe that it is just plain impossible. This kind of bias based on race is very common in the industry and needs to stop. The theory of behaviorism states that people and animals alike can be conditioned into certain responses with constant reinforcement based on their environment. According to Ertmer and Newby, behaviorism believes that the thought and emotion have nothing to do with creating a conditioned response. The learner is always reactive to the conditions within the environment. In behaviorism, the teacher or instructor uses one or all of the principles of positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, and punishment to convince the learner to react a certain way to a certain stimulus. This theory is best used to teach defining and illustrating concepts, to apply explanations, or to perform a certain task, according to Ertmer and Newby. It is not generally useful in learning higher level skills. My innovative solution is to apply the theory of behaviorism to horseback riding by creating an incentive program to convince people of color to compete due to the rewards they will receive. With horse breeds, there are classes and organizations that encourage you to get a certain kind of horse in order to get points towards an end-of-year award. I myself have an off-the-track thoroughbred that is registered with a thoroughbred incentive program. Similarly, there could be organizations that contribute to point standings for people of color or for people from different counties or states. The opera condition concept within behaviorism states that when there is a positive reinforcement, the subject is more likely to continue the wanted behavior. By creating rewards, children and parents of color alike could be coerced into starting and competing in horseback riding, and hopefully they will fall in love. There would need to be an overarching association for the entire country to make this happen, but it could start in one state and branch out. They can follow a similar path as TIP, the Thoroughbred Incentive Program. This solution includes the need for some sort of place for the organization to meet and communicate, technology, the individuals running the organization, the riders who are people of color, and feedback surveys from people across the country to help with improving the organization. In the end, all I need is for someone to give initial funding for this journey. By getting enough initial funding and some good workers, I can begin this program in my own area to start out and slowly branch it across the country. I have many show sites in mind that would be easy to convince to host just a few shows, and I have many connections in the horse world that would make this happen. All I need is some initial funding. Let's work together to create a more diverse horse community where everyone is welcome and everyone can enjoy the love of horses. Thank you for your time and consideration.